I thought this would be easier since there's so many people that are asking and responding to yesterday's or last night's event. Um, I was at the concert. We had gotten there at 4 o'clock. I was with my friend Paul, and we had a friend that had been a musician, so we'd been back and forth from the VIP lounge and up front. And it had been 30 minutes before the shooting that we had been on stage, and I had seen one of my friends in the crowd, and everybody was so happy, and we were having amazing time. Everybody just like was into the music, into the concert, into like people were just happy. And we ended up walking down from backstage and sat in the second table in the middle, in the backstage. And Paul had gotten some appetizers for us to munch on, and a lot of people had been back there just talking. Most people were band members and family members, and all of a sudden, like, we were in the middle of eating some food, and there was a pop, and I look at Paul and I said, "What was that?" I look up and there's no sparks, there's no fireworks, and then there was. He told me, he's like, "Oh, it's just a black cat or a firework," and I didn't believe him. And then a couple seconds later, there was pop, 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 and I look up and I'm thinking that it could be possible the electrical, and the power pole, and nothing was occurring, and everybody was looking around, and not even a few seconds after that, it was pop, 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 and I thought, I literally thought something was blowing up. I had no recollection that it was gonna be gunfire shots. Um, Luckily, one of the staff members had run around from the stage to the back and said, "This is not a drill. Get out. Get low. Get out." And we ran, and bullets were coming past us. One hit through my hair on the right, and we get to a tour bus that was faced at an angle, and our backs were to the tour bus, and we were facing the stage on the. So if you're looking at the stage, it's on the right side. We were huddled together, holding hands and balls, as close as we can to the tour bus, as we heard shots, multiple shots, and they got louder and louder. And there were some people that were hit on the left side of us, and we were giving them our belts, our handkerchiefs, anything that can like help with the bleeding, stop the bleeding. And the shooting went on for like 10 minutes, and we all we could do is just pray that those shots would just stop. We didn't know if we were in a war zone and people were shooting over us, or if there was people out in the crowd shooting and they were about ready to come over that stage and shoot all of us. But they just started getting louder, 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 and all we knew is we just gotta stay low and just wait for it to be over with. Finally, the shots slowed down, and it became quiet. They told us to run, and we ran to the back, away from the strip, where there was an area where there was more tour buses, which my friend friend that was in the band had a bus, and we all jumped on there and laid on the ground until we could get more news. Um, so we were just sitting there while I'm messaging my family, just saying, I love you, because I had no clue. I had no clue if I was going to be alive or not, because with the amount of shots that were heard and the people that were lying on the ground, especially when we ran. One of the guys had stopped to help somebody, and he got a bullet that slightly hit his arm, and we couldn't believe it. And all we heard was there was other things going on at other casinos, and so we just stayed there and messaged our family and friends and held tight. And about an hour and a half, it finally let up, and we had the choice of staying there or the choice to just run and get to a bunker, which was at a hangar. And we decided we were going to run, so we ran a block and a half, jumping to car and hiding behind a fence just for precaution. And we finally made it to the hangar, where there was 70, 80 other people that had similar situations as us. Luckily, from what we saw there was not too many that were injured. But we hung out there until the bus came, and they transported us to the Thomas and Mack Center, which we packed a bus full of like 100 people. And they dropped us off, and from there we were able to have friends that were able to transport us home. So by the time I got home was about 4 o'clock. But it is such a tragedy, because in that moment that you hear those shots, and it catches you off guard, like, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. I'm here right now. I'm not at home, and that's all you really want to be is home, where there's protection. We had no way of defending ourselves, and this guy literally just shot over us. He was right above us on the 32nd floor, I believe, of the Mandalay Bay. And it's so disgusting, because he literally had been watching us the whole time. And the shots that we heard when it was pop, 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 was like as if he was going line by line by line of people, and he started in the front of the stage. And it was just absolutely horrific. And I never want anybody to go through an experience like that. And I decided to post this because it just needs to be said, and I can't get everything into writing. So just please pray for the families that have lost somebody during this event, and please pray for the people that are injured, because it's a pure tragedy that shouldn't have happened, and I would have never believed that I would have been a part of it. So I only hope, again, just please donate blood, please pray, and please think of the people, innocent people, that were affected. Thank you.